Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Monday, January 27th, 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 2025. A major coronal hole is about to face Earth, and that plasma stream may be striking our planet later this week. That means we have an enhanced risk for seismic activity. Keep calm. It's boom time. Rain helps Southern California firefighters, but sends ash and mud flowing down hillsides. And we're talking toxic ash and mud, indeed. Rain eased Monday after Southern California's first significant storm of the season brought weekend downpours that aided firefighters but caused ash, mud, and toxic debris to flow across streets in wildfire-burned areas, while heavy mountain snow forced the shutdown of a major interstate north of L.A. Hey, grand solar minimum much? And here's the full forecast. Snow squalls possible across the Great Lakes, northern mid-Atlantic, and New England. Two Arctic cold fronts will bring the threat of heavy snowfall and gusty winds for portions of the Great Lakes and the northern mid-Atlantic, as well as New England, through Wednesday. There is a potential for snow squalls that may produce dangerous travel in the region. A slow-moving storm is also pushing east from Southern California into the southwest, bringing light but continuous snow to many regions. Let's take a look at the GFS model and that snowfall they're talking about. 3, 6, 9, 12 hours. By tomorrow morning, we're going to be seeing that lake effect snow and those clippers hitting the northeast. The biggest totals will be downwind of the Great Lakes, especially Erie. And take a look. We're going to be seeing some heavy totals near Buffalo there. Another storm that is popping up overnight in the Four Corners region will continue to pummel Colorado. Maybe not much snow, in fact, reduced numbers, but it is the secondary system moving in the Pacific Northwest that's going to be coming in here Thursday and Friday to really spice things up. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, fun day for the Northeast again. Tuesday, Wednesday. Now we're really out of reach where many of these models even make sense. But heed the warnings. Winter is not over, and the Great Lakes and the Pacific Northwest are going to be the big winter chicken dinner. Shut up, Al. Get in your hole. Al Gore is upset that there's no bundt cake tonight. And more than 200,000 still without power in Ireland. This is after a major storm hit the region. Friday's storm brought record wind speeds with Irish Weather Service Met Éireann recording 114-mile-per-hour winds in Macehead in County Galway. More than 200,000 customers are without power in the Republic of Ireland as crews continue to repair unprecedented damage to the electricity network caused by Storm Ewan. Seismic update. Interesting rumblers today. Let's take a look at some of the things that went down. We had a 4.2 in Clayton, Iowa. That is normal activity, but only a few of those quakes annually. We also had a 3.8 in Harbor, Maine. This is unprecedented, and a string of earthquakes have been happening on the East Coast over the last decade or so that are raising eyebrows. And many geologists and scholars are thinking that the passive margin on the East Coast of the U.S. may be becoming a subduction zone sometime soon. Now, we're talking about geologic timescales, but these quakes may be indicative of the oceanic plate here uncoupling with the continental crust, forming a new subduction zone. How do you like them apples? A mile-wide volcano is set to erupt off the west coast this year as scientists reveal a balloon keeps getting bigger. The axial seamount is the volcano in question. It's a massive underwater volcano located nearly 300 miles off the Oregon coast, and it's showing signs of imminent eruption. The 3,600-foot tall volcano, which spans 1.25 miles across and sits 4,626 feet beneath the Pacific Ocean surface, is currently experiencing significant swelling and rumbling, indicating a buildup of magma, and a new eruption. The good news, this particular volcano is probably the best monitored submarine volcano in the world. And it's fascinating, but it doesn't really pose a threat to anyone except scientists who want to collect the data from the axial seamount. Good news there. Worldwide volcano news for the 27th of January. Ibu first on the list today at 8,000 feet. Nevada de Ruiz, 21,000-foot blast. Can Leon puffing and passing. And holy macaroni, Can Leon in the Philippines. Explosions continue there. Sakurajima, that 10,000-foot puff. As Kilauea, fluctuating activity is seen here from a satellite, and the 6th eruptive phase has ended. Semaru, who knew? Now you do. 15,000-foot blast. Ibu to 8. Santiaguito to 14. Liwatobi puffing and passing today. Can't get a number there. Ibu to 8. Popo to 19,000. Nevada de Ruiz, 21,000-foot blast. Semaru to 15. Sakurajima, 10,000-foot blast today. Santiaguito to 14. Nevada de Ruiz, volcanic ash. No observation there. Raventador, 14,000-foot puff. Tucono to 8. Wrapping up the list for worldwide volcano news. Bringing us to space weather. We've got that huge coronal hole that is about to face Earth in just about 36 hours. And then a day or two after that, the plasma wind will reach Earth. And that means we are in a seismic watch later this week and into the weekend. A short-lived moderate M flare coming off the limb. An M 2.6. Let's take a look there. There is a sunspot approaching us that may get things spicy, but in the meantime, the solar disk is absolutely blank. And it's probably active region 3977 that popped off that M flare earlier today. But we also have active region 3976 turning around the limb. None of these look like they have sunspots associated, just plages. And so the only sunspot coming around the disk is a pinprick at active region 3974. An embarrassment for Solar Max at cycle 25. We did have some space weather accentuate the KP here at Earth happening about 12 hours ago. It looks like it could be some type of CME that arrived late, but the BZ has been shifting wildly with the phi angle, and density has increased over the period. But what's interesting is that plasma speed is going down. So it's anyone's guess what's happening there. Co-rotating regions of the interplanetary magnetic field are getting jiggy, and that sent KP up to 3, but certainly not geomagnetic storm levels. Now, we've all heard of fast radio bursts. One has been detected in a dead galaxy, and it completely raises questions about these mysterious signals and if cosmologists, know anything about what they're talking about. With their extremely strong magnetic fields, magnetars have long been considered the prime culprit capable of producing the powerful bursts of energy known as fast radio bursts, or FRBs. The recent burst, called FRB 2024-0209A, throws that theory into question. Now, astronomers must consider that not all fast radio bursts come from young galaxies and stars. In fact, this one came from a dead galaxy. The powerful burst was also traced to an unprecedented 130,000 light years from its associated galaxy center, where few other stars exist. So, what we should glean from this article is that we don't know nothing about cosmology, and we are simply babies swimming in a world of nonsense. More nonsense here. Astronomers red-faced after mistaking Musk's Tesla Roadster for an asteroid and even assigning it a number. Without a central repository for artificial objects, it will only get worse. Scientists, in fact, mistook Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster for an asteroid in a debacle that highlights the problem of tracking near-Earth objects. Not only is it impossible to see them, but when we do see them, sometimes they're Elon Musk's car shot into space. What a disgrace. Less than a day after the announcement, an editorial notice was published notifying readers of the whoopsie. The designation 2018 CN41 announced in MPEC 2025 A3 on January 2nd is being deleted. The object was reported through the identification pipeline as a 3-niter linkage found in isolated tracklet file, and more tracklets were linked to the ITF, which means that it was a potentially dangerous asteroid in our region, when in fact, it was just Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster flying around in space. More disgusting news. Tap water is contaminated with forever chemicals. We reported on this maybe a dozen times at this point, and they are linked to rare cancers. Neighborhoods in the U.S. that are exposed to drinking water contaminated with these PFAS chemicals, known as forever chemicals, will experience up to a 33% higher risk of certain cancers, according to research from the Keck School of Medicine at the USC. Scientists have now discovered a connection between these forever chemicals in drinking water and the incidence of certain rare cancers. Now, the bad news is all drinking water is contaminated, much of the groundwater, and all of the rainwater on Earth. The only way to filter it out is a reverse osmosis system, and we've partnered with ITEL to offer all of our viewers and listeners the lowest price portable reverse osmosis system. $299. Use our coupon code, get that down to $250 with free shipping, and you're looking at the best, purest, cleanest water on Earth that won't give you and your family cancer. This is one of the highest rated portable reverse osmosis systems on Earth. Its compact design is lightweight, and you can bring it camping anywhere. To harvest water in a grid down scenario, you can go to a local pond or lake and filter your family PFAS-free water. Yeah, no cancer. Get the hybrid filter and extra reverse osmosis filters to keep your family safe. One single filter package with the unit will filter up to, wait for it, 800 gallons of water. Pennies on the dollar for the purest, non-cancerous water on Earth. Go get it. Use the coupon code. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. This is the best way to help our channel grow. Many of you watching are unsubscribed, and we would appreciate if you just took a second and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications, and the thumbs up is always free, and it helps with the algorithm. We love each and every one of you. Be safe, and that is a boom. Get the ITL filter too.